Hey everyone, welcome to Neil Talks. My name's Neil, and it's time to talk Fallout. And yeah, it's been a year since I've done a reaction video, guys. It's basically been an entire year, and it took a show like this to bring me back. I always knew I'd be back. We'll get into all of that some other time, but the fact is, this is the show that made me come back. I have been excited about and nervous about this idea of a Fallout TV series since the moment I got whiff of it a couple of years ago. I was very encouraged when we finally saw the trailer earlier this year, but I'm still nervous. Like, they've certainly put money into it, but that doesn't mean they wrote it, right? Because it's a video game franchise that's very near and dear to my heart, but also has a very specific tone, and that tone is very integral to what the game is. I've spent thousands of hours on Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 4. I've spent hundreds of hours watching other people play online. I don't collect a lot of video game stuff, but I collect Fallout stuff. I've got my Pip-Boy. I've got my pipe rifle. I've got my letter admitting me into a vault in case of a nuclear Armageddon. Um, I love this franchise, and it would suck for it to fail, but I'm optimistic. It used to be TV and movies was where video games went to die, but Hollywood seems to have turned a corner on doing video games right. And after the success of Last of Us, yeah, I'm really optimistic that this is going to be right. So I'm eager to jump into it. Let's see what it's all about, and man, we'll stick around and talk about it afterwards. So here we go, guys. Episode 1 of Season 1 of Fallout. It's already got the vibe, aesthetically at least.
I was walking along.
And the soundtrack is going to be so integral to getting this right too.
I gotta look at you.
Oh, the blue and yellow. So are they calling this 2077? Because they've definitely, yeah. Oh man.
It's the party. Let's just focus on the party, okay?
Because man, does it feel like 55 in other ways. That's what I love about it. Like,
Oh, Coop. Do your thumbs up.
Yeah, given the state of everything, I prefer not to, if that's all right.
I'm sorry, I can't do this. I can't do the weather if I don't even know if there's going to be a next
Only
week.
thinking happy thoughts
I'm not
today.
sugar bombs and Nuka-Cola. Oh, they've got all the brands.
Why wouldn't you do it? The thumbs up.
That's grown-up stuff.
So presumably he's a TV star.
Told us to hold up your thumb just like this. And if the cloud is smaller than your thumb, now you run for the hills.
And if it's bigger than your thumb?
No point in running.
They told us not to bother running.
So it's just a matter of how close you are to the bomb. Ooh.
Is it your thumb or mine?
Yeah.
That's smoke, Janie. It's just a fire.
Nope. You're going to need one big thumb. Goodbye, LA. Look what they've done with the cars, man. What I love about Fallout is they've nailed the world, but the characters are brand new, and it doesn't matter because the show's not about the character. The game isn't about the characters; it's about the world. Wow.
name is Lucy McLean. I have been unable to find a suitable marriage partner. At least one I'm not related to. And we have rules about that for a reason.
Hello, Lucy.
On my wedding night, that dress got off almost as fast as Bert did.
Well, they've definitely nailed the look and the vibe so far. It's just weird seeing a well-operated vault society. There aren't many of those in the games.
Were you scared?
Terrified. Well, I'd never step foot outside Vault 31.
Overseer, it's time.
Oh, daughter of the Overseer. So they're like literally next to 32. Interesting. Never seen this setup before.
What's going on?
Lucy, I love you.
You're my cousin.
It's all well and good for kids, but it's not a sustainable long-term sexual practice, you know?
But this trade will help us get back on our feet.
So, who am I marrying?
Monty.
Okay. Probably not a cannibal. Not big on eye contact.
So what's your sperm count?
Good evening and welcome to the proud denizens of Vault 32.
They're a little more down on their luck, aren't they?
We don't know much about what's up there. Desperation, violence. These survivors will need to be shown a better way.
This can't last. What's going to go wrong? So far, all he said is his name.
Show me to my new home.
What's going on with these 32ers?
Every big moment of our lives is gonna happen right here. An icebox, a blender, they even gave us...
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Coffee hot.
Just wandering into 32. They had the blight, they said, so their crops are gone. But there's something more to it, I feel. Man, he's got some scars. Did he just wipe himself on the curtain? He said cannibalism, so this is where my brain's... Yeah, I think they've gone cannibal. They're radioactive.
From the surface.
They're not vault dwellers. They're raiders.
Raiders.
This was the best day of my life.
Oh. Oh, they nail it. They nail all of it. Stim pack. Trank gun.
When you find your
Brother's hiding.
Get that jelly mold out of here!
Oh.
Please don't make me use force.
Oh, that's Jet. Oh, they're having fun with the violence. I love it. Oh, wow. Way to go, Dad. Drown him in the pickle barrel. Wow. Please stand by. Uh-oh.
I think I know who you are.
Everyone knows who I am.
Who is she?
So I'm gonna offer you a choice. Them or her.
Dad!
Please.
We have to. I don't want to stop!
You are my world.
You look like your mother.
Oh.
Where are you taking him?
To the real world. You should see it sometime. Maybe you should do what you do best. Run and hide.
Oh, wow. What an Act 1. Brotherhood of Steel? Who are they? Or are we back in pre-war, pre-bomb? Maximus.
Flesh is weak, but steel endures.
Yep.
I know.
Man, it's not the Pridwin, but it's gonna look just like it, isn't it? Yep. Oh, man, it looks good. Look at the vertibirds. Oh. Oh, it looks good. Oh, fascinating. I wonder what that is. Who's the target? They got everything down, man. Down to like the Nuka-Cola vending machines. And oh, this just makes me happy, the aesthetics of everything.
All over again.
Basketball's evolved.
What's going on?
A bunch of us were chosen to get anointed. And get this, we're going to the wilds. Hell yeah!
What the hell? Oh. So Dad's been taken to the real world. That'll be presumably what drives her
I have
out.
a proposal for the assembly. We send a search party to the surface to find my dad.
We're brainstorming here, and there's no bad ideas in a brainstorm. But that's not something that
Is he
we
from the bus
ever
from
do or
Shang-Chi?
have ever done, never, ever.
I know that.
I know we're all hurting right now. But our first priority
and she's from
has to be
Deadpool.
to maintain the security of this vault.
I think. That's her, right?
If they did, they wouldn't get to be in charge.
She's sneaking out. Alright. Man, they've just nailed every bit of the look. It's so satisfying.
I'm going with you. It isn't like the vault out there. It's big.
I'm not letting anyone else get hurt on my behalf.
Oh. Welcome to the world, Lucy McLean. So the vaults are interconnected underground. At least 31 and 32 are connected with 33. But they've got separate entrances. Interesting. We haven't seen that sort of layout before. It's like Pompeii. Oh, wow. They're right on the beach. Santa Monica.
Okie dokie.
Is he being blamed for the razor blade in his friend's boot? That doesn't seem right.
Why did you join the Brotherhood?
To hurt the people who hurt me?
You're aware of their injury?
Yes.
Do you know who did it?
Okay, no, they aren't blaming him.
Your fellow aspirants say it was you.
Well, maybe they do blame him. Did he? He was certainly angry, but I thought it was just over losing his friend.
I didn't do it. I did not.
Violence against a brother of steel is a sign of weakness. Are you? Weak?
I don't want to be. I want to thank you.
Is he going to be banished?
I had no place in the world. If I can help the Brotherhood make it better, even if it means giving my own life, I'll do it.
Good boy. And you will be Knight Titus, new squire.
Oh. He just got promoted.
I heard you got my spot. They asked if it was you.
Yeah, they asked me the same thing.
I told him you wouldn't hurt a fly.
Oh, it's...
Protect your lord, Knight Titus.
His knight's gonna brand him.
Do you accept?
Titus. And Maximus. Are we ever gonna see Titus's face?
The denizen of the Enclave has escaped. He has with him an object of profound potential. Go forth with honor, and may the shape of the future be cut by your sword.
Oh, this is the picture. It's dog meat.
You're dismissed, aspirant.
Oh. They're going after the Lone Wanderer and dog meat. Presumably that's who the target is. So did he cut his friend's foot up or not? Was it him? Ah, I love how ambiguous it is. He's excited to finally get out.
You're telling me the supreme badass we're looking for is a godforsaken mutant?
Hell, some respect.
How long has this asshole been moldering in the ground?
How do we know he's not feral?
We brought our little friend. A feral ghoul can't abide a chicken.
I can't see. Unfortunately, I think the trailer spoiled this for us. If it's who I think it is. Yep.
It's the weirdest circle jerk I've ever been invited to.
I'm Huncho. Now, you don't even know us.
No, I do not.
A bounty came down. A huge one. Now, somebody made a run from the Enclave. Figured you'd be interested in is where they's running to. Dead witch, Moldaver.
Well, I do this shit for the love of the game.
Well, they didn't last. I like the junk cannon, though.
You right, friend, about one thing. This right here was your last job. Us cowpokes. We take it as it comes.
He ain't feral.
Crawl out through the fallout, baby, when they drop that bomb.
Straight from the games. Fallout, baby. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I couldn't be happier so far. It's weird because, like I mentioned during the course of my reaction, this is a brand new story, and yet it is indubitably Fallout. Fallout's the vibe, Fallout's the look, Fallout's the world, but every single game in the franchise is a completely different story, taking part in a different part of the US at different times, sometimes very closely related to a particular vault, sometimes not so much, but it's almost always a story about somebody who starts in a vault and then for whatever reason has to leave, and then it's their adventures in the world. But you design that person. Because it's a first-person RPG, you get to design your character. You can make them look however you want, and you rarely even see them. You're playing the world through their eyes. And yes, there is a main storyline, but you can ignore that storyline completely. It's an open sandbox game. You can go anywhere, do anything, interact with any number of factions in any way you want. And so the story can be whatever you want it to be. If all you want to do is build settlements, you can do that. If you want to just wander around and kill every raider you find, you can do that. You can play it however you want. So the story is brand new in this show, which I love. I have no idea what to anticipate. All I know is I'm in the world of Fallout. They have nailed the look. They've nailed the vibe. There's extreme violence. There's also dark humor. There's this 50s nostalgia baked into the future of this world. It's like 2077 came around and 50s Mad Men design aesthetic came back to be the fashion of the time. So yeah, it's fascinating. It's exciting. Clearly they spent on it, but they also, like, it was also important for them to get it right. You can tell because they've just nailed all the little details. There's all these brands that are instantly familiar, whether it's Grognak comic books, it's Nuka-Cola, like everything is like straight from the games. Like the look is just nailed, and it's the best thing about the games is the aesthetic, the design of it, and they've copied that. So they're halfway there already. But the way this show becomes something great is if it's got a great story, and it's too early to tell. But I like it. I like it so far. I like that we're seeing multiple main characters. We've got Lucy, who's only ever known vault life, striking out into the world for the first time. We have Maximus, who's sort of found purpose in the Brotherhood of Steel and finally has his opportunity to break free of camp life and explore the wilds with his new knight, Titus. And we have the Ghoul, who is Walton Goggins, who was the cowboy 219 years ago, did they say? I wish they hadn't spoiled that, frankly, in the trailer, but they did. But yeah, we have these three different characters converging on, presumably, they're going to cross paths in California, and we have somebody who's escaped from the Enclave. And what we know about the Enclave from the games is the Enclave is kind of a split-off faction from the Brotherhood of Steel, if it stays true to the game. And somebody has escaped the Enclave with some sort of artifact and a dog. I call the dog Dog Meat because in Fallout 4, that's the name of your dog companion. I don't have my stuffed Dog Meat on hand right here, but he's kicking around. Oh, there he is up in the corner. There's my Dog Meat. So it almost feels like, because that's the dog companion, the German Shepherd, the Alsatian, it feels like they're all hunting for the Lone Wanderer, the character played by you in the games. So that's interesting. But how does this all tie together? How do they cross paths? Where do we go from here? I'm excited. I'm just loving how they've done it so far. I can't wait to dive into more. So we'll do that as soon as we can. I'm excited to catch up on this show as quickly as I can. I know I was a smidge late to the party getting started here. Took me a little bit to get my systems back up and running into reaction mode, but here I am now. I'm excited to dive into it. I hope you guys are excited to join me on the journey, and we'll see you soon for episode 2. Until then, take care, stay healthy. Ciao.